Mr. Speaker, I rise to introduce the Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act, which will help address the shameful state of immigration detention in our country. It is unconscionable that our government holds families in conditions reserved for hardened criminals, forces children caught on their own to spend harrowing nights in border jails, and incarcerates in bare cells asylum seekers who came to these shores in search of freedom. These inexcusable abuses should never have happened, and Americans never should have tolerated them. The Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act will help ensure the Department of Homeland Security does not violate its own detention standards by strengthening existing regulations and giving them the force of law. My bill ensures that all detainees can communicate with their lawyers and obtain needed medical care. It will also help to expand legal orientation programs so that detainees understand their rights and the likelihood of winning their cases. The Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act also protects vulnerable children who are arrested on their own and held in DHS custody at border stations. A recent report by the Women's Refugee Commission found that the Border Patrol continues to hold unaccompanied immigrant children in inappropriate conditions. This bill increases training for the Border Patrol officers and facilitates speedy transfers of children to safer, better equipped facilities. In addition, the bill expands the use of alternatives to detention. It costs the American payer nearly $2 billion a year to house detainees. Yet the vast majority of detained immigrants pose no threat to their communities or our country. This legislation will make it possible for vulnerable populations, including asylum seekers, torture victims, families, pregnant women, and the elderly, to be released using secure, proven methods of supervision that come at a fraction of the cost of incarceration. Addressing the problems that plague our detention facilities will require a new commitment to openness and transparency. This bill, therefore, has oversight and accountability provisions which will shine a much-needed light on a system that for too long has operated in the shadows. Because it introduces sensible reforms to correct the many failings of immigrant detention in this country, the Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act has garnered broad-based support. More than 100 faith, human rights, civil liberties, immigrant, and community organizations have signed a letter endorsing my bill. I would like to specifically thank the Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and the National Immigrant Justice Center for the important role that they played in formulating this legislation and for the tireless work they do every day on behalf of immigrant detainees. Madam Speaker, or Mr. Speaker, the detention system in which thousands of detainees languish daily, frequently denied access to loved ones, legal counsel, and medical care, is incompatible with our laws and inconsistent with our American values. The Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act will ensure that our government honors its most sacred obligations to respect our laws and to protect the children entrusted to its care. I look forward to working with the Obama administration to fix America's broken immigration system, and I ask my colleagues to support the Immigration Oversight and Fairness Act. I yield back the balance of my time.